aware of my royalty, aware of El High, aware of the reality as this, my person, and the judgment with Interpol that we were doing, to put me as the reference of the reality to making justice and contention for the disaster search, this we're about to doing, understanding what I delivered in information and reality is the projection of this Sodom and Gomorrah, saying that they will be the head of the whole of the world, like government of the world, to raising supporting to the whole of the states, and murdering and genociding Jewish and whoever to be a worth, like they proceeded about making since the beginning, before any perra de quarta of this, to say they come first. Nothing but a teller degeneration in base of rapes, murders, altars with masturbation, and murdered people and murdered animal for the same them power, them authority, and them conceptualizing for they to be the supreme. And me, what I will do. With evangelicals degenerados, delivering that I will send witches to the making exactly that, in base that I will have the power for the making terror job and profaning them for the Ishmael, the supposed goal of the whole of the times, with only 3 minutes on. You feel what it does? You see what it's doing? Can you say? And the expertise on the cameras all around in that circus of the invention of supposed experts. Diablo degenerados de Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh yes, it's doing. You're an expertise. Go ahead and kill it. Everything is okay. And evangelics degenerados telling that will be the punishment for not becoming to them. Converting to Sodom and Gomorrah, degenerada Babilonia. Perra bruja de Sodoma. So in the middle of this reality, whoever's suffering cannot blame me because of it we're told. Do not dare to get around to making what they dare to doing to me, and we're clear for everything, and they are understood and identified, and delivering they had to saving the supposed government, but were for the reason of what they had as intentions, masonry, they are rid of the hell. And remaining people like mitres and masses dragging for the making this market of the generates and the less humanity, saying that they will keep the people alive. The supposed heroes making the abominations that thirst to keep on sustaining. Against me, saying that I will be the demon and Jewish, ready for the war of the beast. Now, realities for this. I demeted the reality of my life and what we're happening all through to International Court of Justice as International Criminal Court in the United Nations all through years until seeking the way out. Asking as primus that couldn't be for the reason of this we're obstructing permanently what at Ishmael Techman, what you see today, which were exactly what we were suffering daily in our state. Now, clear fact for this, and plefo harves fachlachim itzashvektika halachmacha bli avesfotech eshkoble veharfecholachim, delivering that they've done these videos, and I will be reproducing and string my devices, for I do not have no media, and controlling while and though the elements so possibly they will ever just making the business, then careers, in base of altars, witches, murders, massive rapes, murders of families and whatever and whoever, chica Viagra, perra degenerada con un caño en la mano, una chapa en la otra diciendo tomátelo, Viagra kashev, with ties at the bed naked, and one and another and another and another, bleeding with pain, with destruction, with gonorrhea, with inolaia, with crevesaia, with the whole of the diseases of animals, bacteria, and rodents, ever for the whole of the abomination that does, playing the expertises. And profaning my DNA and saying that they will have my genetics, that they will be royals for the taking place in Lebron, that they will be the distinguishment for that royalty of a population that is under the siege for genocide, styling Sodom and Gomorrah, declaring they are going to become in the kingdom of heaven, and I will the liar. Even for telling, because of only they will say what it is, at the last is exactly my term. And the realities of these days, evangelicas degeneradas, taking the shares on this, saying, because of her be them and not me. Everyone is a piece of a hell, and everyone dies like that, except victims. And in the middle of this reality, what I have been doing, so no one will ever give answer except the senses, are the reality to rescue. And the rescue do not remain this tierra de mierda that made in weight of destructions about my life and anybody else, trying to correct which doesn't have correction. and trying to rescue which ain't not for rescue and destroying the ones that were for the not doing this, and your honors asking, do not dare to leave them there. And never end that and keeps on dragging the shit, which is not me and not my people. Now, reality for this kept on delaring that they will be coming to me and they will be the glorious me and whatever I do. Having an infrastructure of ready in a hurry, whatever the perro degenerado, whatever the sickness of this tierra de mierda, to be ready and willing, thy king, for we are doing. En prostituta, fábrica de prostitutas, Universidad de Buenos Aires, El Salvador, Kennedy, Universidad de Palermo, de Belgrano, Uflo, for mating with a pardon of few. Mental health, supposed legislators in base of cuerpo médico forense, criminales degenerados de cuarta, on the elemental, I am the one that knows and I am the one that commands. You just do what I say and stay where I put you. For a market of perros de cuarta like them, for the making what they need, except for few, and I'm sorry this. Mercado y fábrica de tas de cuarta, con el perdón de algunos y de víctimas. So in the middle of this all, I will be repeating what they will say, because of they will be the expertises with a patch, with an iron, a Viagra, and go! I'm gonna, you, because of I gotta be glorious. You die and go to hell because of a scam, I'm gonna be the glorious diabla de mierda. And that is not heroic, no action, and whoever towards into this is a criminal and is gonna die. And over. The same that perros de cuarta Sodoma that only shall stop saying that anybody can around whatever gender is a whole. There is for putting in, bleeding, tearing, and everything glorious. I have the power. Perro de mierda, vas a morir. Y bien podrido. Now at the reality. Foplekim magrebet fechot telishpat lechmat halim. In plevas perro vespach lachim i plaves fasim i plaves oshevak. Repoplam repoplevis. Instead sheleki bohrapit pache akbleka magri mi vini. Instead pleves for. Skalo hrebe pachma sapaplek fecha. Telan. Inklegi mohra. In forbleve hrebe. Instead lekim bohrat tishvas masim. So suddenly at the truth. And at the clear, and I wear mana chain for International Criminal Court as International Court of Justice, the mass of the world, with everyone as we're afforded about making a job, and I'm making like naturally me. I come first, it's me, let me get to United Nations. So today, Kirchners and Evangelicals Argentina formatted 8 million gestals degenerados to putting all over United Nations and pretending to come to license office for whoever institutions. About to say that they will, like have been doing permanently, murdering my people, our people, and putting them because of they will be the chosen by the official Cristianita Sodomita Argentina. And Perrita Trovianita Kirchnerita Perrita Sodomita Argentina. Saying that they will be the respect for the terms I use. They will extract information and make the decorous reality, sorry for this, for the showing that they will be the eloquently good making of the respect on the face. Oh, we are a government after all. See, Gestalt, Sodoma, Babilonia, te voy a poner muerta, perra. Sorry for this. So the reality of this and my anger and the terms and expressions has a little bit further anger or whatever extortions, and I'm going to kill them. And I'm going to show you that I do. Justly. Yeah, we are. Capital sentence has a foundation in the essential, non-correctable, intentional, real, as the making will in for what they are and they do, conscience each, and understanding the normal access for the stopping and healing, and never doing the hostile shit, delivering the way they do. For the understanding the menace and the harms, and what is crying to the worthy and victims to not be murdered, for such a very intentional conscience, willing pieces of hell shit, which gotta be happening.
understanding the risk and what it means, the harms, and the potential danger, trick, shit each of these diablos criaturas infernales are. So, hearing about keeps on making the same bunch to degenerada perra atrofiada Argentina, which chat on me saying that they do not me, and that they will control, and that they will show not embarrassing, not touching the pattern, and not staying in the uniform. Oh my God! For that, Fekla kimo revefechotchia plevefama remespadigaziale, roplech machalikim paplevesosamide, galfua reshabe fabespatica. Ansel tu carrebe formache la vespatiki vorofat levespoche osmi remapleves massimal in Homar. So today we're raping Evangelistas Unidos de Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Policía Metropolitana, Gobierno de la Ciudad de Buenos Aires, Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria in Chinibra and in New York, 180 members of a mob that were making scramble institutions and murdering people all over, saying that they had the supremest of the powers to possess for they to be on the top and handling the same weight for they to domain and control. And telling, I feel the power! Like Luciano Troviano, which being a hell dog with a head of a snake, with the shape of a human, in a mummy of Egypt, fecundated on a clonage of that abomination with corruption DNA, which had been healed until they cut them hell and destroyed it, saying that my genetics and my brain would heal him and making him be glorious for the fighting against El High. The beast, the little horn, the tiny mouth, wandering and marveling the whole of the hidden world, Egypt, which refers to the real world, not the world we see. Masonry. And the clear fact of these disgusting abominations have been doing also genociding my nation, Israel, Judah, in the command of perras infernales of Guillermo Horacio Prain, declaring they will be authorities of God, and they will be the ones to take in the complete of the possessions of Jewish and its land, and whatever its lives, and because of no one will bend down and respecting them. The false prophet called pejoratively Guillermo Horacio Prain, everybody should ever be dead. With them associated Carnival, Prain, Cabrera, Anacondia, cría de Lucifer. Everyone. So in the middle of the soul, Israel recognizes Al-High. And Al-High is recognized by Israel and Judah. Once the besmirched and suppression, corruption, destruction. Even though there is something which, because of Atzilach Mechidim, El Chaitadosh, Adonai, Eloheinu, Malkeinu, Elokeinu, always real. And we belong ever as the creation of respect and normal. So what the reality of birth ballad embraced for love. And the word of this infernale criaturas abominadas ain't not stopped. And the clear fact is, Mashiach, El Chai Elah, on the name of Ache Aver Inatzika Oroshe, which is not, were permanently trembled and delivered the reality of a shape of sickness, declaring all of this abominable will be justified. But the same prophet began this to generate that were not Canaan for, and not delivered to, but the image and concepting the reality of Jesus will be this, which is exactly what done. And actually it's not Jesus, but Yeshua, which there's to say because of his the real name, and at the clear of the root, Jewish, will be a demon. But not the Holy God, Holy Lord. Nací, Sodoma, Babilonia. Desapareced de mi pueblo y de las cosas de mi jai, que no tenés nada que hacer. Víctimas, voy a todavía tomar hasta que el aliento me dé fuerza. Y te puedo asegurar que hasta que el aliento me dé fuerza vas a ser escoria en el infierno. Perra de Sodoma y Babilonia. Mandás, infernal degenerado, degenerada. Sorry for this. The whole this is in base of this I'm saying to you, that will be I schizophrenic, government of Israel schizophrenic, and we will be robbing by making altars and witchcraft to holding my life, and I to be the teller fogalizing all over. While every day is this with the excuse that they will take away and back them lives with evangelics masquerading the whole of the sickness they do with the intentional gestalt on they goes for the witch, for the evangelic, for the altar, for the rape, the murder, the destruction, the sacrificial, the robbery, the forgery, and the shit they the liars with gestalt manipulating I and my nation that I belong with will do. Not like a belonging of mine, part of, belonging of the real Creator, God, Holy God. So now, have been with time enough to getting inside the United Nations and making the third chart, and where with the cases of Blazeman, well, states bodies said, okay, what do? You say that one, and the Jewish bodies of it are destroying everything and everybody and are lying about what you do. Go ahead. And they have been inquiring all around with, okay, bring me the Federal Police of Argentina, the Argentinian expertises, and bring me right now the evangelicals, and bring me the witch. I need they to seek for someone to be doing this also. Tell me what is happening, what they are doing. And we start making up, and whoever's gotta be dead, kill them, but seek for what whoever is being done about the soul, and we start for something, and we keep on pilot on the making this, because of that one is gonna come around sooner, and we are gonna show that we have been doing because of we have it already, and with the whole of our mans, the best is all around, Geneva, New York, Kuala Lumpur, Sydney. And wanting to coming inside Israel to saying that they had to intervening, but states bodies, the state of Israel, to watching what were the crime which have been happening with the very infrastructure of Cart Van Aros inside the United Nations to support them. 3 million DEGENERADOS just like this. And we are proud of our tricky, dangerous shit. Now, I wouldn't sing yesterday in front of the international press at the governments while demanded for the reason of also shown to this federales degenerados atrofiados psicópatas with the pursuit of that they will have the face of the clermacy simply this theme and the faith for the full world and promote that they will win and be superior and majestic, and they will show to everybody, no matter whoever they say, they're gonna and kill everybody at last, don't you see? In the making what they says gotta be done, and forgive me the allegorical violence in this ways of so like an else that I wanna kill them now. I don't tolerate, never have, just steal the time to this be over. I don't need this. And nobody. Except the shit. Now, reality for this. Spople kovrovoshi baplefech baktika rachiili baakehoche batmase baplem Abdelotsu Chelakiat Shushlaki Burofalache Adematika Maaluma Emabem Spoalaki Robert Chelani Ramatlach Sasikashkalaki de Ramatlachan in Soplevis Foraves Facleki Soseplevis Sosacid in Letechelai Kola Ramaplevis Motu Sectica Bachenam Samaplevim Slovaki Rofo Shelaki Bahamasekman Ad Lavitiki Shelenice Electokova Fatmats Popletis Popace Ad Lenekin Romu Ad Levekova Facholevisosa. I have been working yesterday in another advertisement that Kirchner's empresa de degenerados y de diablos, como todo Kirchner, Argentina, criminal hijo de perra, robando y matando gente para tener glorias ajenas, méritos y dineros y prestigios y poderes y patrimonios ajenos, y nombres e identidades ajenas para cubrirse y creerse de prestigiosos y gloriosos, en el nombre de lo que en prestigio pueden matar al mundo, para ocupamente tomar poder. Gestalt nazi Sodoma, Kirchners, Argentina. Oficialismo, Argentina. Peronistas, Argentina. Militaristas, Argentina. Y toda lacra degenerada de Fuerzas Armadas y Evangelistas Unidos. And the reality for this will be the class of a world to suppose cheating the devil, that will be we, at the trust of the institutions, at the reality of the faces and the names, while fighting this mass of borrachiness, abominable freaks creatures of hell, dangerous and tricky shit, for the making exactly this hell that we are not willing for. And the real genuine, like we were existing and fighting, to be at the agony for the sick freaks first. Dishte voce aka tohamefima, like this abominable mess of hell, to keep on threatening the world, saying that they have to take positions in every time to bend down. And they're supported by the sick abominables, just like the one I just said, which it is one of them, and not mine, and neither Chile's. And the blood is not the complete of the structure of the body, while the diclotefesol, or metlomycina, makes the basic for there to remain protein, which is not exactly the genoma. Sorry. It's going to be paid hardly and heavily forever, Shalom. Now, for the day. I really don't want to follow no more, and I don't have no access. I didn't signate nothing. I didn't receive it, or received at the bad way, for somebody to ask the Clef or Radesvachtim. I didn't receive no documentation from no GOV.IL, no Gov.US, no license office, no International Court of Justice, no United Nations. I didn't have no element for corroboration about nothing at all, and I didn't have nothing but gestalt diking my days in my life for whatever obstructive, elemental, unreachable reality, person, name, or contact and communication until what we were doing at the grace of El Chai and Huayan. Suppose crime, suppose terrorism, suppose traffic of people, the victims put it up, making scandals and disasters all over the world, saying that we are covering criminals. Still. Now, Spotleki Rorefachman Sekhalhinim, remaking up the whole that they were doing, and some further, saying that we robbed to Guillermo Rashebrain the whole of Israel and us, and working in Wall Street, that they will have more witnesses now on the promise of thousands and some million around over robberies to us, that some person related on me, royalty of the state of Israel, of Elebron, will ever rob $78,000 to Guillermo Rashebrain, with a witch, with an abduction, with a perra prostituta de Universidad de Buenos Aires, that are in criminology and leches on mental health, that will discover the reality with a promise of 2 million and a Bentley and a shake at the shores of the Chinese Lake in front of the United Nations for the plate, the top of the world, and the expertise supreme career. To telling that we were working with some criminals at Wall Street Dow for the making of fortune for building Israel, where the whole of the corporations and all I will rob, that they will show and prove. To the reality of the state supposed of Argentina, the whole of the science, technology, medicine, engineers, and the whole of the forward evolutional, that I, with states and justice parties developed, with no touching nothing but the PERROS DEGENERADOS, putting in evidence and what they were and still thirst to do, with profaning power, 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 divine power, we are going to be superior and supreme. Sorry for this. other reality to pretend, to taking the world and saying with that they will domain and being the exhaustively seeking and making the empire of the hell that everyone is, breed of Lucifer, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylonia, the real ones. No lie. I talk first, don't you see? Who's like me? You are playing with the big leagues now. We are gonna become. Who are you? My snake is taller than yours. Who is that up high? And the reality for the plek of our refoch masechat himka refoch al vespatimavim. En plefoch revefechat chamapletis patechla chatshiri. En plefoch matletis ma. En plefoch matlech machivit vasefa. So pleki maravesachimiti. Hijo de mil. Sorry. Perra del infierno. So pleka maravefechot shelaki maravetim batsevoplevi matchaimi. It's a kuva plekova ravefechot sheva blevesmasim plekma. And se kleki raveshu ad kleki maraves pasema plavim. Iso plekat she ad devati achmot lam. Esmot levi yabach chatat she averatsim avim. In kua plekivet seshel. Rebel vagmasa levi yabach. Answer shenet. Forgetting the terms of violence. So all through. Like I said, whoever makes defension but for victims and innocents of this world. Hestel, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylonia. Whoever to defenses and supports is accomplice, and accomplice is enemy. And we are not enemy, and humanity ain't nothing like this abomination of hell, pretending of rights of ethnics and human rights for ethnics preserving. Ain't nothing to preserve in this abominations. And crime is a crime, not ethnics. And nobody can take nobody's lives in a conceptualizing to commending and squatter less humanity making for no reason in front of no institution to say and demand. No ethnical and cultural and religious. Crime is crime, and nothing masks except the accomplices. And victims, let's be diligently welfare making for. Now, for this day, on this device I will break it in pieces. Got my video and just recording this like a third, which I'm going to join in one. At this 11:10 Buenos Aires. This May the 2nd, 2016, at this Monday, Buenos Aires, on the, I just were, they stressed on the supposed psychotic, actually, for the daily witchcraft and temperatures and destruction. And sorry. Feklegim obrevefechad chamablegim macharefechot sheva blevesoch masechalim li kamabrechavat blevesoch masechakim bat blevesos bleevas vasil. Gelchumach et levesmin. Iplovet at set. HTTPS, HTTPS, www.imbaklek imbolam. Dekro voce at Leo 684 in Hebrew. Middle. No se dan cuenta, todavía no se dio cuenta. Ya se los estuvimos, CDMT 414, D Plug 5, middle. A todos se los estamos matando. Y se cree que va a ser él. Y se piensa que nos va a ganar, le controlamos todo, le gobernamos. Y le mostramos a todo el mundo. Somos los superiores. No hay ofensas en lo que nosotros decimos ni tampoco vergüenza, no nos humilla, somos supremos. MIC5 at middle, la cabecefa, Kirchners, peronistas, menemistas, baldistas, urrevistas, usedeístas, meosistas, Frente para la Victoria, y amigos. Ejército Argentino Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas Expertos, Ministerio de Gobierno Nacional de la República Argentina, Evangélicos Unidos del Sur, Ministerios del Interior, Cultura y étnicas, religiosas, católicos y Francisco, el Papa.
MIC 55351, Middle, Gobierno del Mundo, MMDSB, Clipamel, Clitaban, Ertamite. IC 55351, Middle, ICOV Entov Tech Test, Daam, 14 Dimba, Middle Cis, ICAV OT, 8. Pointer in T, the centrical F6. The last tools were so.
First, you know, oh my God.
Bipolar, needing medication. Why am I singing now? It's a celebration for Please, Michael, reba plebatse. Gäller ni med röst i min sim? Yo le hice primero. En realidad, soy quien yo soy y no le robo a nadie, pero esta casta de mierda delira que esa es la forma de progresar, tener carreras y ser superior.